So basically, if you combine the two equations, you will have one equation and one unknown. Yes? So what's the unknown? Well, the unknowns could be VGS1 or VGS2, right? So 1 and the 2, you get VGS1 equal to VGN1 plus square root KN2 KN1 VGS2 plus VGN2. Okay, I'm sorry. This is not 1 and 2. Okay, this comes from here. Right? Basically, I put VGS1 on the left, and then everything else on the right. Okay? Then I can use this equation, right? Then I can replace this guy, right, to make it VGS1, correct? So anyway, in the end, you can solve for VGS2. It is a quadratic equation, so you have two roots. Maybe just no. It's not a quadratic. Okay, you have one root. So you have VGS2 equal to 1.85, and VGS1 equal to 1.85. Huh? And then once you have that, you know ID1, right? ID1, the calculation, which is to set aside to 2, 0.07 milliamp. Now, of course, you can also try to calculate GM1, 0.5 times 10 to the 2. Okay? So that's the end of the PC question. Well, okay. Now I go to the AC. Huh? Now for the AC, the most important part is to construct the equipment circuit, right? If you make a mistake on that, you know what happens. Everything else is wrong. Okay, so you go from the left, right? Piece of I, correct? Then the capacitor is short, yes? Okay. Then you have R1 and R2 in parallel to the ground, yes? Okay. Then it is connected to the gate of M1, yes? So I call G1, correct? And then the drain of M1 is connected to the ground, correct? Yes? Okay. And then the source, I can put the source on the top, right? Typically, you put the drain on top, source on the bottom. But it doesn't matter, right? So you put the source on top, right? S1. Yes? And then this is connected to what?
Drain.
To the drain of M2 and to the gate of M2, right? All three are connected as a single node. Okay? Then the source is grounded. And then the drain of M2 also is connected to R serial to the ground. Yes? So that is your V12. right? Then for the model, for M1, you know from drain to source there's a current source, right? You always flow from drain to the source. So this is GM1 VGS1. Yes? And then for M2, drain to source, GM2 VGS2. Yes? That's it. Of course, you have to specify VGS1 and VGS2. So where's VGS1? Well, you go from here, you know. This is G1S1, right? So here is VGS1, right? Put on VGS2, G2S2. So this is VGS2. Why is it so difficult?
Professor?
Yeah.
Is the input's just the node on the top left, correct?
The input?
Yeah, the input voltage.
The
It's
input
just
voltage
the top.
right here.
Okay. I had something like that. It seemed like it got marked off.
Okay, again, you know, I have to stay around here. So you can slice Y.
Yeah, mine's set up the same.
L. By the way, I checked the paper twice. Okay? I graded on Monday afternoon. I double checked again this morning. So sometimes I scratch up something and put some new mark. That's because in the second review, I found something that was not correct. So I've been very careful about the grading. All right. Now what do we do? We need to find AB, AI, and the output resistance, right? Okay. So what is this about? Let's see. What is IC valve? Huh? What is the current going through the load? IC valve is equal to what?
GM1 VGS1 minus.
GM1 VGS1 minus GM2 VGS2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's IC valve. So this valve is equal to IC valve times R valve, right? Or actually this valve is equal to VGS2. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now what do we do? Let's look at V sub I. What is V sub I? V sub I is the voltage here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the voltage here, yes? So if you go around the loop, V sub I is VGS1 plus
V sub O.
V sub O. Or VGS1 plus VGS2, right? Because this one is VGS2. Okay, well, there are several equations. Huh? Now you have to figure out algebraically. Huh? So you have to be pretty good in algebra. Huh? Try to figure out how to get two expressions. They have the same parameter, right? Okay. So basically from here, you have VGS2 equal to that times that, right? So it's GM1 VGS1 R sub L minus GM2 VGS2 R sub L. Yes? So basically, I got this equation from the three. This three. Right? So what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to find the expression of VGS2 in terms of VGS1, right? So from this equation, you can see VGS2 is equal to 1 plus that, right? GM2 R sub L equal to GM1 VGS1 R sub L. Yes? So VGS2 equal to GM1 RL 1 plus GM2 RL plus VGS1. Yes? So now I got expression for VGS1 as a function of VGS2 as a function of VGS1. Then we have this, right? So we have A sub B equal to VGS2 over VGS1 plus VGS2. Yes? This divided by that here. And then if I can replace VGS2 with that, then I would get a single equation without any VGS. Yes? Got it? So you put this here to where? To VGS2, correct? Then you would have an expression on the top that's a function of VGS1, expression on the bottom that's a VGS1. You cancel VGS1. Then you get the. So at the end, it may take a while, but this is what you should get. Okay? Then you plug in the numbers. The value of this is 0.3. So now for A sub I, which is equal to I sub L over I sub I, yes? Okay. I sub L could be just B sub O over R sub L, right? If you like. Okay, it's equal to VGS2 over R sub L. And then I sub I is V sub I over R1 in parallel with R2, yes? And which is equal to VGS1 plus VGS2 over R1 in parallel with R2. Correct? So if you take the ratio, right, you might go on top. A sub I equal to, take the ratio, I sub L on top, right? So it's VGS2 divided by R sub L over that VGS1 plus VGS2 divided by R1 parallel R2. Yes? Okay, again, you see two problems, right? VGS1 and VGS2. But now, we already have this equation. Got it? Right here. So if you plug in this equation into here, all the unknown parameters will be cancelled, right? So basically, you put this equation into here, right? Into here, then this will become a function of VGS1, so VGS1 cancel, right? All right, in the end, this is the expression you should have. GM1 R1 equals R2. Right? And the answer for that should be about 45. All right, then the output resistance. To do that, you have to apply a test voltage, right? So basically, your V sub will become shorted. Yes. Okay, so that's the output terminals, right? But I'm going to put a test voltage here, V test, and that's going to generate I test, right? So this is VGS1, yes? Okay, so what is I test? This is a no, correct? So I test should be equal to this current. What's that? GM1 VGS1, yes? Plus or minus? Minus, right? Yeah, minus. And then this one plus, correct? That's what? That's GM2 VGS2, right? And then this current is going down. So what's the voltage across here? V test, right? R right? Okay, now, do not forget that this voltage here is VGS2, correct? Yeah? So therefore, V test is equal to VGS2, yes? So therefore this guy becomes what? This guy becomes V test, yes? Okay, but we still have an unknown. VGS1, correct? VGS1 is not real. Some people make mistakes.
It was the way I draw mine.
If you go around the loop, right? This plus that equal to 0. Huh? So VGS1 plus VGS2 equal to 0. Right?
Which is plus V test.
So therefore, VGS1 is equal to minus VGS2 equal to minus V test, right? So now you put this here. So they get the solution. So R out is V test over I test, right? So now you can see everything here. I test is so V test, right? On the top, what is I test? Minus GM1, VGS1 equal to minus V test, right? So this becomes plus V test, right? And then this guy is GM2 V test, right? And then the last one plus V test over R sub L, right? So V test cancel. 1 over GM1 plus GM2 plus 1 over R sub L. So that is the answer. Do you want to know the number? number is 600. Oh. All right. Finally, I asked you to give me the voltage at this node, right? I call this node 2, G2. So what's the voltage at this node? Voltage at B2 is equal to this DC and this AC component, right? So what's the DC component? The voltage here is the same as VGS2, yes? Correct? Under the DC, huh? So therefore the DC component is VGS2, which is about 1.8, okay? Yes? Okay, for the AC, now you have to come to the AC circuit, right? So you're talking about the voltage here, right? Here to the ground. So that's V sub O, yes? So V sub O is equal to V sub I times A sub V, yes? And V sub I is given. 3 millivolt sine omega t times 0.3, so it's a 0.9 sine omega t millivolts. Up to? 2 millivolt on 6, right? So it's 1.8 plus that. All right. Then what about the current? Generally speaking, you have DC plus AC, right? Do you have DC current? Huh?
No.
No, because you have a capacitor, right? So it's open. So there's no DC component, right? For the AC component, how do you find that? It's I sub L, correct? I sub L. So you can do the following. You can say it's V sub O. The AC V sub O, okay? Divided by what? Divided by R sub L, correct? So what is AC V sub O? Right here, right? 0.6 sine omega t millivolt divided by whatever R sub L is. So yeah, you can do that, or you can say what I sub L is equal to I sub I times A sub I. Yes? Is it the same? Yeah. And what is I sub I? It's V sub I over what? Over R1 in parallel with R2, right? Times A sub I. We know A sub I, huh?
45.
45. This is given, right? 2 millivolts, and this is known, so all right, that's it. Any questions? I know you may have some questions about the grading, but we can take care of that after the class.
All right, so I think I already know the answer by the way you went through it. But when I was calculating the input voltage, the reason I had that question was that I was actually calculating it still using the original diagram, calculating the voltage from VG1 basically, but under the AC condition, I suppose it's a little bit different. Correct.
Well, if your approach is valid, it doesn't matter. You should get the same answer.
Can I show you what I got and maybe see if it follows at all?
I'm not sure I have time today to do that. As I said, I have to go to the airport.
Right.
I stay here until 2 o'clock. Okay, if you have any questions,
Can I show you on the board? It would just take 2 seconds of what I did.
let's not do that. Let's
Alright.
do this private. But I know what I've done here, this is correct. Okay? If you have done something differently, if you got a different value,
Yeah, they were pretty close.
then, well, if it's close, then it's just a mathematical error, then that's okay. But if it's not so close, then there's something wrong. Okay? By the way, I've seen some people putting a resistor instead of the current source, which is semi-correct. Okay, because if you look at the current is GM2 VG2, right? VGS2, and this is VGS2, right? So if you put a resistor, the resistor is put 1 over GM2, which is the same as the current. So that I think is okay. Yeah, and I did not take off points to do that. Okay. Everything seems easier when I do it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. Okay. So now we are arriving at the last chapter. Okay. So this is chapter 7. And I don't forget the name of the chapter, whatever, the frequency response, right? Frequency, okay, so when we analyze a circuit, right? So this is the amplifier. So basically you have a piece of I, correct? As the input source. And then you have a low, yes? And then you have piece of O, the output. Right? And then we talk about the current gain, the voltage gain, etc. Yes. So in this chapter, we just going to focus on the voltage gain. Okay. So let's focus on A to B, the voltage gain. Now, you should have realized that all the A sub B we have calculated are what? Are constant. Yes. Constant. So therefore, if you plot A sub B versus the frequency, it is always a constant. It's not a function of frequency. But you know what? A real amplifier does not have this type of characteristic. It always has what we call the drop. Okay, example. So now as you can see that this curve has how many drops? It has this drop, and this drop. Okay, so these are called the break frequencies. So therefore, the black is what we call the ideal. Ideal is good, right? Why is it good? That means it doesn't matter what frequency you have, the amplifier will give you the same what?
Output.
The same amplification. Now imagine, that would be very, very nice. Imagine you have a stereo amplifier. Okay, you have music, right? That's the input. And you want to hear something from the speaker, right? So this is the speaker, right? This could be the input, it could be the microphone, it could be something, right? Music, human voice, yeah? Now if you have the ideal case, then that means all the signals would get amplified, and then you will be able to hear it from the earphone or from the speaker, right? Now you may be confused now. Say, what do you mean by all the frequencies? Huh? The input of a typical amplifier consists of multiple signals. Got it? If you have music, somebody singing, you have multiple signals with different frequencies. Got it? You have the piano, you have the guitar, you have the human voice, you have the drum. Got it? All these have different frequencies. Okay, so if you have that, that means it doesn't matter what frequency you have, all the signals get amplified, and you will be able to hear it, so you have no loss. Unfortunately, life is not so perfect. Okay? So, if you look at the real case, the red, what does that mean? That means below here and above here, right? These signals with these frequencies would have what? Would have less amplification, and therefore you may not be able to hear it from the speaker, right? Because the signal is not being amplified. This is the low frequency, this is the high frequency. So therefore, typically, if you have a music that has very low frequency instrument, likely you don't have a good amplifier, likely you will not be able to hear it. And you have an instrument that has very high frequency, likely you also get dropped. Yes? So naturally, you would like to have bandwidth to be as what? As wide as possible, right? That means you want this frequency to be as low as possible. You want this frequency to be as high as possible. Got it? So that's why I always ask someone who want to invest the money into a stereo system, right? Check this chart, check this graph. Okay, every good stereo system should have a graph like this. Yeah? So it will tell you the bandwidth, and in addition to that, I will also ask my friend to not just check the amplifier, you also check the bandwidth of your speaker. Got it? Because it doesn't matter how good your amplifier is, if you don't spend the money on speaker, guess what? Which one takes the control? The lower one. So many people have this wrong idea, right? I want to get a very fancy, expensive amplifiers, nice system, stereo system. But they say, oh, speaker, right? Let's just get a cheap one. Oh. The lower performer of the two is the end result. Right? So, I used to work at a company that manufactured and designed stereo systems. And I know if you want to buy a good speaker, the price of that could be more expensive than the because it's very difficult to design a speaker that has very wide bandwidth. Last but not the least is the bandwidth of your ear. Right? You can buy the best system in the world, but if the bandwidth of your ear is not wider than the bandwidth of the system, you cannot appreciate it. And different people have different bandwidths in the ear. Yeah? So, okay, so what we're going to do in this chapter is that we're going to analyze the circuit, and that will give us this type of graph, so that we know what's the bandwidth of the amplifier, what are the corner frequencies, what is the maximum current gain. Huh? So that's the main purpose. Okay, then here's the question. Why do we have to drop? Why? Why the drop? Well, I'll tell you the answer, okay? every time you have a capacitor, it will introduce a drop, right? So if you look at this red curve, that means, that implies you are having three capacitors in the amplifier. Yes? Right? 1, 2, 3, right? Every time you have a capacitor, you will introduce a drop. So that's why when you design a circuit, you want to try to minimize the number of capacitors. Yeah? Minimize. Okay. Then there are two types of capacitors. The external and the internal. So what are the external capacitors? These are the components in the circuit, like what? Like the coupling capacitor, right? Like the bypass capacitor, like the low capacitor. You understand this, right? I hope. Okay, what is the internal capacitor? Which we have never talked about before. It is the capacitor embedded in transistors. Got it? So a MOSFET. Okay, so we're going to focus on the external capacitor first, and then if we have time, we will talk about the effect of the internal capacitor. Huh? Okay, I'm not sure we have time, but for sure we can finish the effect of the external capacitor. Okay, so now you understand the purpose of this chapter. Next, I will have to review the concept of the S domain, which we have learned before. Sometimes I teach linear network, right? So when I teach linear network, there's a chapter. It's called what is it called? Laplace something? Yeah? Is it Laplace? Or S domain? Or Laplace, right? They are the same, okay? The same stuff, okay? So basically, let's say you have a circuit. Let me see what kind of circuit I have here. Let's say you have a R and it's called R sub S, this is called C sub S, and this is called R sub P. Okay? And then let's say we're going to find out what is the voltage V sub O. Okay, so there are two types of analysis, right? One is called the time domain. That means you can solve V sub O as a function of time, yes? The second one is the frequency domain analysis. You can find V sub O as a function of what? Frequency, right? You learned that before. Okay, well, in the time domain, what do you have to do? You know, the capacitor, the voltage of the capacitor and the current is related by the integral or the derivative, right? So therefore, the equation will become what? Differential equation, right? If you only have one capacitor, it's the first order differential equation. If you have one capacitor, one inductor, it can become the second order, right? Got it? Okay. So that's the time domain analysis. Here we're going to talk about the frequency domain. So when you do frequency domain, what do? You need to put the circuit into the S domain. Yes? Okay, S domain means what? R is R, right? There's no change. C become what? 1 over SC, right? And S is called the Laplace operator or something, right? S equal to what? J omega. And you know J is equal to square root of minus 1. Yes? Okay. So if you do that, then this will become 1 over SCS, correct? Okay, so once you have this in the S domain, then you can analyze the circuit by treating all the components as resistors. So that means you can do algebra. You don't have to do differential equation. Okay, so therefore, what is V small function S, V small function of S equal to? Well, basically, this is a voltage divider, right? So you have 3 components. So basically, you have, so don't do this so quickly. VOS is VIS, right? Times, based on the
RD over the total.
yeah, based on the voltage divider rule, right? So R sub S plus 1 over SCS plus R sub P, and then what's on top? R sub P, right?
OP. Yeah.
So therefore, A sub B in the S domain is R sub P over R sub S plus 1 over SCS plus R sub P. So basically, that is the solution. Now, remember, S equal to J omega, right? So if you put this here, then if you do a lot of algebra, okay, then ABS will become a complex number. Got it? So you can become something like a constant plus J, a different constant. Okay, you mean forgot about how to do that? So let me give you example. Okay, so let's say I have a function is equal to something like I'm going to just take up an example. Okay, AS plus BS squared plus CS cubed. Can I? Just say now, as I said, this equation can be put in the form of complex number, correct? How do I do that? Well, because S equals J omega, right? So it's A omega J, right? Plus B times what? What is S squared?
Omega G squared.
J to the square is minus 1, right? Minus 1 omega squared, correct? Plus C S to the cube is what? Minus 1 J omega to the cube. Yes? Is it correct? Yeah. Okay. Then, any term that is associated with J is called what? The imaginary part. And the term that does not have any J is called the real, right? So therefore, you have A minus B omega squared. Yes, that's the real. Plus J A omega minus C omega cubed. Right? So this is the real. That is the imaginary. Yes? So that's a complex number. Okay. Now how do you transform the complex number to the phasor? Right? phasor, you know phasor, right? Okay. Again, this is just a review. You're supposed to learn it. So, you can put this into the phasor, right? Okay. So for the phasor, what is the phasor of that? It is the square root of the real square plus the imaginary square, correct? And then arctangent, which one is on top? I think it's the imaginary on top and the real on the bottom. Is it? So that will give you some constant K3 angle of theta. So this is the magnitude of the phasor, and that is the phase of the phasor. And again, this came directly from the complex number. Yes? Okay, please remember that K3 is a function, both of these are a function of what? Of omega, right? Because if you look at real and imaginary, right? All these are functions of omega. So therefore, assuming this is the A sub E, okay? Assuming this is the A sub E. So then I can plot A sub B as a function omega, correct? Because at the end I got this. Yes? I came from there, right? All the way to here. Okay? So at the end, so I have an expression which is a function of omega, right? And I have theta, which is a function of omega. So then what can you do? You can plot the magnitude versus omega. Yes? You can also plot theta versus omega. So something like this, yeah, something, okay? These are the frequency response of that voltage gain. Because omega is frequency, right? It's radian per second. Now you can change it to frequency if you like, in hertz, right? But the way I have shown you, right? If you go from here, this is the real answer of V S of V of the circuit, right? If you try to go from here to here, it takes a lot of time because you have to get the expression of the magnitude and the expression of the phase, right? And then you can use different omega. Then you can get different numbers, and that becomes curve. So there's an easier way to do this. It's called again, you should have learned this before. It's called the Bode plot. Okay, Bode plot. By the way, this is called the magnitude plot, and this is called the phase plot. So the magnitude plot will tell you at a certain frequency what is the magnitude of what? Of the voltage gain, right? And the phase plot will tell you at a certain frequency what is the angle of the voltage gain. Now, of course, the phase is not as important as the magnitude. So typically, we will focus on the magnitude, but not too much on the phase. Right? Okay, so to simplify the process, we can try to come up with this type of plot using what we call the Bode plot. Okay, So, how many of you know 45? Everybody? Anyone does not know? Okay. Maybe I have to review it. Okay. Okay, let's review it. Okay, 45. Okay, now I'm going to focus on the magnitude 44. Okay, magnitude. Okay, so basically I want to plot the magnitude of A sub B in the unit of dB versus the frequency, and the frequency is in the log scale. That is the typical 45. You know what is a log scale, right? Huh? You know? Let's say this is 1. This will be what? 10, 100, 1,000. Got it? And the next one is what?
0.1.
0.1. On the log scale, you never have 0. Right? Because the next one will be 0.01. You will never have 0. Huh? And then dB, you know what's dB, right? If you want to find dB, what do you get? dB is equal to what? 20
Log.
times log within 10 of the value. Got it? Of the value. Okay? Do not use natural log. It's log 10. There's a difference between natural log and log 10. Right? On your calculator, you have natural log, you have log 10. Make sure it's log 10. Okay? What is log 10 means? I feel like a mathematic teacher. Yeah. So if you have 10 to the 2, that is the value. Then what is log 10 of that? It's just the power of the 10. Got it? So it'd be 2. Yeah? So what I'm saying is that log 10 of 100 is equal to 2. The reason is because 100 is 10 to the 2. Got it? So that 2 becomes that. Okay. So let me review the body plot. Okay. It's going to take, I don't think I can finish it today, but just say talk about a few examples. Okay. Let's say your A sub B in the S domain is equal to the following, okay? 100S, 1 plus S, 1 plus S, 10 plus S. Okay? I just make this up, okay? But basically, this equation is derived from the circuit, right? Okay? All right. There are several components, okay? So basically, you have 1 component, 2 components, 3 components, 4 components, okay? Then this one, we typically want to put this into 1 plus S over some constant. So if you do that, then this will become what? 100S, 1 plus S over 1, right? 1 plus S over 10, correct? Yes? If I want to use this type of format, but in order to do that, I have to multiply this by what? By 10, correct? Is it correct? Okay, so now this is what we call the standard format. Okay, then I can combine the two constants, right? So this will become 10s, 1 plus s over 1, 1 plus s over 10. Yes? Okay, with that, we are ready to do the body part. There are 4 components, right? Component 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so now we'll do the body part of each one of them. Okay, so now if you look at component 1, what is the value in dB? So it's what? 20 log 10 of the value, which is what? 10, right? So therefore, it's 20 dB, correct? Agree? So now you call this, right? Omega versus AB in dB. Say this is 20, this is 40, 60, right? Minus 20, minus 40. Okay, so this is a linear scale. In the x-axis, it is what? It is the log scale, right? 1, 10, 100, 1,000. So this must be 0.1, right? Right here. Okay. So if you just plot the first component, it is a constant, yes? 20 dB. Alright, now let's look at the second component. The second component is what? It's an S, yes? So how do I plot S on this on the body part? Well, remember, S is equal to J omega, yes? And then since we are doing the magnitude plot, so what is the magnitude? It's omega, correct? The magnitude, yes? So therefore, on the body magnitude body plot, the second component is omega. Okay, so if it's omega, then you can say, oh, at omega equal to 1, what do I get? Huh?
0.
Yeah. Actually, this should become what? 20 log 10 of omega, correct? Because we are doing taking the value in dB, yes? Okay? So, I should have 0 dB, yes? Because if omega equal to 1, log 10 of 1 is 0, yes? Okay, then let's say if omega equal to 10, what do I get? I get 20, right? So I should have here. So then if you put the points together, that becomes the plot of component number 2. So basically, it has a slope equal to plus 20 dB per decade. You know what's a decade, right? Every 10, every factor of 10, that's a decade. So for this plot, it will go up by 20 dB per decade. Yeah? Or this is 6 dB per octave. You know what's an octave? Huh? Octave is a factor of 2. Huh? A factor of 2. Okay. What is component 3? Component 3 is 1 plus S over 1. Okay. For this one, this denominator is called the break frequency. Okay, so I can mark this here, okay? Okay, mark here. That's the break frequency. So what you do is, before the break frequency, you should have a flat 0. Okay? And then after the break frequency, it should what? It should go up or down by 20 dB per decade. It can go up or it can go down. Huh? What decides up and down? If the term is in the denominator, then the curve should go down. Okay? So therefore, this is our number 3. So therefore, it is a minus 20 dB per decade. Again, the reason it has minus 20 dB per decade is because the term is located in the denominator. If the term is located in the numerator, then you will have a slope of plus 20 dB. Huh? Finally, the last one, number 4, it's the same concept, right? 1 plus s over 10. So now 10 becomes the break frequency. So you should have 0 all the way until 10. And then, like number 3, right? It has minus 20 dB per decade slope. So it's number 4. So now I have 4 curves, right? Component 1, component 2, component 3, component 4. At the end, you just add them up. That will become the final Bode plot. Okay, so if I add them up, what do I get? Let's start from here, right? You start from here, you have a 20, right? You have 0, 0, you have minus 20. So, what's the starting point? 0, right? 20 minus 20, right? Right here, minus 20, 0, 0. Okay? And then, once you have the starting point, you follow the total slope. What is the total slope? This slope is 0, right? This slope is what? Plus 20. This is 0. So, correct? And then once you hit 1, the slope will have to be changed. Changed to what? You have between 1 and 10, you have 0 slope. You have plus 20, you have minus 20, right? It becomes flat. Correct? After 10, you have 20 slope, 0, minus, so?
Minus.
And then does it change again? No. Okay? So therefore, this is the final Bode plot of the equation I just gave you. And then you can see that this, that is the bandwidth. So the bandwidth is from 1 omega equal to 1 to omega equal to 10. Yes? So I hope this gives you a good impression of what we have learned